everyone, it's Jennifer from sewhooked.org and blog.sewhooked.org. Thank you to everybody who commented on my last video. I heard from you guys on YouTube, on LiveJournal, on my craft blog, and I really appreciate all the comments. I only had a couple of questions. One is, how do I get my hair so straight? This one amused me a little bit, but I'll answer it anyway. It grows out of my head like this. It was a pain in the 80s when everybody had big hair, but it works out great now. Another question I'm going to answer is from my freezer paper stenciling tutorial, and that question is, what is freezer paper? It comes up all the time. I get emails, I get comments. What is freezer paper? Freezer paper is a paper that is available in the paper goods section of your grocery store, aluminum foil, wax paper, saran wraps, that kind of thing. It comes in a big roll like this. So it actually comes in a roll. This one's almost empty. It is like butcher paper on one side, and it's wax on this side, so if you iron it on a low temperature, it will stick to fabric temporarily. So it works great for stencils because you cut your stencil into the paper and then you iron it, and then you can stencil on top, and then when you're done you can peel that away and you're done. I have an example here that is from a stencil I made for my daughter. It's actually a Doctor Who stencil, and it was her idea, so kudos to her for having the idea. But as you can see, the edges kind of curl, so you really don't want to do this more than once or twice. If you need to make multiple t-shirts, I recommend screen printing instead. It's more expensive, a little more time consuming, but it's much better for multiple projects, shirts, tote bags, whatever you've got to work on. Freezer paper comes in a couple of ways. The roll, like I already showed you, or you can also buy what's called quilter's freezer paper. It comes in a package of 30. It's about $9 from C&T Publishing. You can buy it on their website. You can buy it in quilting stores. For quilting applications, you can use it for applique, to cut out templates, to cut out patterns. You can use it anywhere you can iron on a piece of paper that it would be advantageous to you to have that shape stick to the page and you don't want to pin it. Works great for that. So it has a lot of crafty purposes that you can use it for. I print mine on the printer, as I said earlier, and then I actually cut them out with an X-Acto knife. And this is the X-Acto knife my dad bought me for art when I was 14 years old. I've been using it for well over 20 years now, and new blade obviously, but same handle. And this is an excellent tool. It's great for cutting stencils. It's very sharp, so be careful. Keep your fingers away when you're stenciling so you don't cut off a fingertip. Really sharp. You want to cut on a cutting board. If you have a quilting mat, cut on the side that you don't cut your fabric on. So cut on the back side, so because you're going to get all these little tiny sort of deep cuts, and you don't want to, you don't want to screw up your quilting mat. So, but I actually use either that, or I will use an old food grade chopping board, kind of thing, which works great too. I think that's it for questions this week. I hope I thoroughly explained what freezer paper is. I hope you give it a shot. Stenciling is really, really fun. It's almost instant gratification. You can have printed, cut, and stenciled a t-shirt in half an hour to an hour. All original design, really cool, whatever you want. I've got tons of shirts. They're mostly fandom related because I am a complete fandom geek. I love Harry Potter. I love Twilight. I love Star Trek. I love all kinds of things. And sometimes you can't find the shirts you want. So you make a t-shirt and then you're good to go. And this is Tackett, so I'm gonna have him say hi or not. And thank everybody for watching me, and if you have any more questions, leave them and I'll see what I can do. Thanks, bye.